there seem to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed. These are violent, if you call them leaders, I don't know if they're leaders or just they rule through violence. But we're looking at it very seriously. The military is looking at it, and we're looking at some very strong options. We'll make a determination. Some of the protesters were killed through the stampeding. I mean, there's so many of them, and some were shot. We're getting a full report. I'm getting an hourly report, and we're going to make a determination.
We're in a dangerous situation. Donald Trump is not somebody whose words you should dismiss if you are talking about him going in and taking care of a situation. For a guy who does not like war, he goes and he uses our military strategically, quickly. But again, everything in the world is on the edge, and he's kind of in a tough place because he has said, you start killing the protesters and we're locked and loaded. The president blows all of the credibility he's had around that he's built up because he is a man of action, a man of his word. How is he going to react? Goldie Ghamari is with us now. She was on with us last week. Persian. Were you ever a citizen of Iran? Were you living in Iran when this thing fell, or did you come with your parents?
So I was born after the 1979 Islamic coup d'etat. I was born in Iran, but my parents came to Canada when I was a year old.
Okay. And you are a human rights activist and watching this, and you care deeply, obviously. Tell us what happened over the weekend before we get into Trump. What happened over the weekend? It seemed to have been growing, but at the same time, the oppressions seem to be growing.
Yes. So the movement, the revolution has definitely escalated. We saw videos coming out, footage of millions and millions of Iranians all across the country going out into the streets and peacefully marching, peacefully demonstrating. And they were saying this is the final battle. Pahlavi will return. Pahlavi is, of course, the crown prince. Reza Pahlavi, who's the leader of the Iranian national revolution. But you're absolutely right. At the same time, we started to see escalating violence, and this is what the regime does. So right now we're in the end game, and the reason that the violence is being escalated is because the regime knows that it's on its way down, and it's basically going scorched earth. So what we do now, and we spoke about this last time, Glenn, where I said one of the interesting things about what we have seen so far, like this was last week, is that the internet still hasn't been shut down. Yeah. And I predicted that I think someone has been smuggling Starlink into the country. And just a few days ago, Elon Musk confirmed that he has actually assisted in bringing hundreds of thousands of Starlink devices into occupied Iran. So first of all, I want to give a big shout out to Elon Musk. He is a hero of the Iranian revolution. Yeah, and Iranians love him. So that's how we've been able to get footage come out, because what the Islamic dictatorship has done now is they have shut down the internet. They've cut it completely, and we always know that when that happens, that's when they slaughter Iranians. And so the crown prince, Reza Pahlavi, he has the most reliable sources. And yesterday he did an interview with Maria Bartiromo on Sunday Morning Features, and he confirmed that as of yesterday, the number of casualties in occupied Iran is more than 9/11. So we know that for a fact. But we also know that this is the final push. And President Trump's message has given Iranians a lot of hope. We know that he's going to act because he is a man of his word. It's just a matter of when. So we're all hoping that President Trump acts sooner rather than later, because the situation it's gotten really bad. It's gotten really bad. Yeah.
How should he react? What should the president do? I'm not a military strategist, so I can't say. Obviously, I mean, we don't want like World War III or anything like that. But Marco Rubio said it best. There's never been a population where there's never been like a situation where the people of a country
are so fundamentally opposed to those who are running the country. So all I can say is that we all trust in President Trump. We trust in his expertise. We know that whatever decision he's going to make is the right one. Iranians, they're not giving up. They're still out in the streets. They're still fighting. You know what? So when the Islamic regime found out that Elon Musk has helped smuggle in Starlink, they have now brought in military-grade jammers that they purchased from the CCP, and those military-grade jammers have now jammed the Starlink. So we're getting even less videos coming out, which means the situation is pretty bad. We know that the Islamic regime, they've also brought in their terrorist proxy forces. But the few messages that we are able to get from inside occupied Iran, what Iranians are telling us is that, yes, the situation is bad. And, what we're seeing right now, or what we're hearing about in terms of the casualties, it's maybe only 20 or 30% of the truth, of the actual numbers. But what they're saying is that now is not the time for tears. This is the final battle. And what Iranians are asking for those of us who are outside of Iran is to be their voice and to just let people know that even though the internet is shut down, that doesn't mean that the revolution isn't happening. In fact, the revolution is growing. It's basically everyone now. Everyone is out in the streets, and it's now or never. And Iranians, they can smell and taste freedom after 47 years of Islamic oppression.
I will tell you that I pray for the Iranian and the Persian people. I pray for this evil regime to come down. I do not want our troops to get involved in another foreign war, but I don't think that it's going to take much from President Trump. If we withdraw our support or we remain silent, it's going to end up the way it did under Biden and Barack Obama, and that only strengthens our enemy at times. It'll make them stronger, at least for a short period of time, and it will become very, 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 very dangerous for everybody involved, and make the people that want to go march in the street the next time a little more hesitant, because this time we said something, and I'm glad I'm not the president today. Let me just say that. I'm glad I'm not the president today, and I pray that he makes the right decision for everybody involved. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm sure he will, and I agree with you. I don't want boots on the ground. No Iranians want we don't. The Iranian people themselves are the boots on the ground.
Yes.
So in that sense, we don't want to drag people into another war or anything like that. But again, I'm not a military strategist, but maybe President, I'm hoping he does something like what he did with the nuclear facilities. I don't know. I mean, maybe something like that. But what I can say is that Iranians, they're hopeful. And the Crown Prince, he actually put out a very interesting message yesterday to Iranian people that the mainstream media are not picking up on. So he actually
what did he say?
So he confirmed yesterday, he said, we are not alone and international help is on the way. So he actually said that in his message. So that to me gives me hope, and it's given 90 million Iranians hope that President Trump will be doing something. And, we have faith in him that whatever decision it is, it's going to be the best possible decision for everyone. We have one shot at this. And President Trump, he knows best. He knows best. He has the intel. So we're all very hopeful. President Trump has never been more popular right now in occupied Iran. Iranians are literally going out and they're renaming signs after him, calling it President Trump Street. But not only that, Iranians also know how much support they have from everyone outside. And there's actually just one thing I wanted to say to you personally, Glenn. Someone told me to check your profile last night, and when I checked your profile pictures, I got a little emotional. I'm not going to say I got a little bit emotional because what you did, for your listeners, if they don't know, you changed your bio picture to the real flag of Iran. And that is just so so meaningful. And I can say that on behalf of all Iranians. We're so grateful for the solidarity that we're seeing from Americans, because we feel like this is the first time in 47 years that people are realizing that we're not the enemy of America. We love America. We love Americans. We used to be allies before 1979, and it's, we're both fighting the same enemy, which is this evil Islamic dictatorship. So, a free Iran is going to mean a safer America, and I cannot wait until we can, be like officially, right, be allies again. So I want to thank you for your support and solidarity. It's such a meaningful gesture.
You are more than welcome. I urge everybody to put on your social media, just put the real flag of Iran, it looks just like the Iranian flag, except it doesn't have the Islamic thing in the middle. It has the golden tiger in the center, or a lion. Sorry, yeah, the golden lion. I think people all around the world need to stand up for the Persian people. They have been living under this oppressive regime for a long time with so much courage. And like Goldie just said, nobody has really stood up for them. You can never give freedom to people. They have to earn it, but they are earning it, and they want it desperately. And this is the turning point. If Iran falls, this is the turning point against Islamic extremism. They no longer have this huge pile of money and this giant proxy that is there. And you will see things begin to turn because of this. I think it's why the left this weekend started coming out against Hamas and saying it's a terrorist organization. They haven't been on that bandwagon for a while. And it's because the Persian and Iranian people are standing up and saying, we're not saying we're against this regime. We're against Sharia law. We are against this oppressive idea that Islam is a government. It can be a religion, not a government. And it's oppressive. And they are proving everything that the left has been cozying up to is poison. And it is so important. I don't want to do it through force. I don't really want us to get involved. I want the people to be able to do it. And anything that we can do to strengthen them with our voices and our support online, all of us should be doing. Anything that we can do with speaking out for the Iranian and the Persian people and standing up for them to be able to be free, we should do. And Goldie, I would love to, when it falls, I would love to be one of the first people that can walk on the streets of a free Iran and broadcast my show from there. You
would be more than welcome. We would love to have you. Oh my gosh. As soon as Iran is free, we're looking forward to welcoming Americans back to Iran. Like, we cannot wait. We cannot wait.
Well,
and I just wanted to point out something really, really poetic. 47 years ago, Jimmy Carter and the Democrats helped to turn Iran into an Islamic dictatorship. And now, 47 years later, the 47th president of the United States is going to free Iran and fix the mistake that Jimmy Carter and the Democrats made 47 years ago. That's so incredibly poetic. And I just want to say, God bless President Trump. God bless America.
Thank you so much, Goldie. I appreciate it. God bless you. If you would like to get more information and follow, please just follow her. You can find her at X at GGHAMRMARI. It's G Ghamari. And follow her on Twitter. You can also find her on YouTube as well. But she gives a good analysis of what is happening, and every day that goes by, it's either going to get stronger or weaker, and it's going to happen quickly when it does. And now is the time to pray for the Iranian and Persian people.